Welcome to your quiet space for building speaking confidence. Does the sound of a ringing phone make your heart race? It used to terrify me. You pick up the phone, and suddenly you are blind. You cannot see their lips moving. You cannot see their hand gestures. The person on the other end speaks at 100 miles per hour, and your mind just goes completely blank.
I actually let a toothache get worse for 3 weeks once, just because I was too scared to call the dentist and make an appointment in English. I felt so dependent on others just to do simple things.
Today, we are learning the control script. These are 3 specific sets of phrases that force the other person to slow down, so you never have to guess what they said again.
That story about the dentist is true, by the way. It is amazing how much fear a simple phone call can create. When we speak face-to-face, we realize so much on what we see.
Exactly. We call this visual context. When you are at a coffee shop and the barista points to a cup, your brain understands cup, even if you did not hear the word clearly. You see his smile, so you know he is friendly. You see him holding a pen, so you know he wants to write your name.
But on the phone, all of that disappears. You're in a dark room, essentially. You have to rely 100% on your ears. And if the connection is a little fuzzy, or if there's background noise, the difficulty level goes from a 5 to a 10 instantly.
And that is when the panic sets in. We call it the listening blackout. You hear the first few words, maybe, hello, this is, and then the rest sounds like a fast blur of noise. You panic, and because you are panicking, your brain actually stops processing language.
And then you do the worst possible thing. You just say yes. You say, okay, even though you have no idea what they just said. I have done this so many times. I just agree and hope it wasn't a question.
We've all been there, but agreeing when you do not understand is dangerous. You might agree to an appointment time you cannot make, or you might agree to pay for something you do not want.
So, what is the solution? We can't just magically improve our listening skills in 5 seconds.
No, but we can change the dynamic of the call. Usually, the learner feels small and the native speaker feels big. The native speaker is setting the speed. The control script is about taking the power back. It's about using polite phrases to force the other person to slow down and speak clearly.
I like the sound of that. It's not about listening harder, it's about managing the speaker.
Precisely. We are going to break this down into 3 strategies. The first strategy is what I call the tech blame.
The tech blame. That sounds interesting. Does it involve computers?
It involves your phone connection. Mark, when you do not understand someone, what is your instinct? What do you usually say?
I usually say, I'm sorry, my English is not very good. Can you repeat that?
Right, and this is a natural reaction. You are honest, you want to apologize. But there is a psychological problem with this. When you tell a busy receptionist, my English is bad, they might get frustrated, they might sigh, or they might start speaking to you like a child.
That's the worst feeling, when they suddenly start speaking extremely, slowly, and loudly. It feels condescending.
Exactly. Or they just speak louder, but not slower. It doesn't help. So instead of blaming your English, I want you to blame the technology. Blame the phone line.
So I pretend the connection is bad?
Yes, even if the connection is perfect. If you did not understand them, act as if the signal is breaking up. When you say, I'm sorry, the line is breaking up, the other person immediately changes how they speak. They do not think, oh, this person has bad English. They think, oh, the technology is failing.
And when the technology fails, people naturally speak clearer. They enunciate their words. They pause more.
Exactly. They assume you are a fluent speaker who is just having a bad signal issue. It preserves your dignity and it gets you exactly what you want. Clear, slow speech.
I love that. It takes the pressure off me. I'm not the problem. The phone is the problem.
Let's practice 3 phrases for the tech blame strategy. I want you to listen to the phrase and then repeat it during the silence. Imagine you are holding your phone and the person is speaking too fast. Here's the first one. I'm losing you a bit. Could you say that again? That is very natural. I'm losing you a bit. It sounds very casual. Yes, it implies that you had them, but now they are fading away. It's very polite. Here's the second phrase. Use this if they are speaking way too fast. The connection is quite bad. Could you speak a little slower, please? I like adding please at the end. It keeps it soft.
Always. And notice I didn't say, you are speaking too fast. I said, the connection is bad. Could you speak slower? You link the speed to the connection. They will slow down to make sure the bad signal catches the words.
That is a clever trick. What is the third one?
This one is for when you completely missed a sentence. Maybe they asked a long question and you heard nothing. Sorry, the line cut out for a second. What was that last part?
The line cut out. That is a great phrasal verb. It means the sound stopped completely.
And notice the confidence. You are not asking for forgiveness. You are just stating a fact. The line cut out. Please repeat. It puts you in control.
I feel better already. I don't have to apologize for my skills. I just have to manage the line quality.
Before we move to the next strategy, I want to remind you that building these habits takes time. You cannot just listen once. You have to practice speaking these phrases out loud. That is what we do here in every episode. If you want to make sure you get these calm practice sessions every week, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. It really helps us keep making these lessons for you.
And hit the bell icon too, so you do not miss the next one. We have some great topics coming up about travel and work.
Thank you for that. Now let's move to the second part of our control script. This is for when you hear some information, but you are not 100% sure. This is called the echo technique.
The echo technique. I assume this means repeating things back?
Yes, but with a specific twist. The biggest danger on the phone is numbers and times. If you are booking a doctor's appointment and they say come in at 3:40, it is very easy to hear 3:14.
Oh, the classic teen versus tie problem. 13 versus 30, 14 versus 40. To my ears, they sound almost identical over a bad phone line.
They do. And if you show up at 3:14, but your appointment is at 3:40, you are going to be sitting in the waiting room for a long time. Or worse, if you show up at 3:40 and the appointment was 3:14, you missed it completely.
So do we just ask them to repeat it?
You could, but a better way is to echo it back as a question. You take the information you thought you heard and you say it back to them slowly to force them to confirm.
Can you give me an example?
Let's say the receptionist speaks very fast and says, okay, we can see you on Tuesday the 13th at 2 p.m.
Whoa, that was fast.
If you are not sure, do not just say, okay. You need to stop the conversation and echo. You say, just to double check, did you say 1-3 as in 13?
Ah, I see. You're breaking the number down, 1-3.
Exactly. Never just say the word 13 back to them because you might pronounce it unclearly too. Say the individual digits, 1-3 or 3-0.
That is very smart. It removes all the ambiguity.
Let's practice this. I will play the role of the fast receptionist. I will give you a confusing time. Then Mark will give you the echo phrase, and I want you to repeat after Mark.
Ready? Let's try it.
Okay, we have an opening at 4:30.
Sorry, just to confirm, was that 430 or 415?
It is 4:30, 4:30.
See? The receptionist had to clarify. 4:30 is much clearer.
Let's try another one, this time with a date. Can you come in on the 15th?
Did you say the 1-5, the 15th?
Yes, that is right, the 15th.
It feels very powerful to do that. You are forcing them to stop and give you a yes or no.
That is the key. You are not letting the conversation move forward until you are safe. You are putting up a stop sign.
What about when they are giving you a name? Sometimes they say, please ask for Dr. Scheherazade, and I have no idea how to spell that or even say it.
That brings us to our third strategy, the alphabet rescue.
I dread spelling names. Even in my own language, I hate it. But in English, the vowels are so tricky. A sounds like A, E sounds like E, I sounds like I. I always mix up A and E.
That is the most common mistake. Someone says Claire with an E and you write A, or they spell a password and you get it wrong. The alphabet rescue is about having a set of anchor words for the difficult letters.
You mean like the military thing? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie?
You can use that, but honestly, most people do not know the full military alphabet. You do not need to be that formal. You just need simple, common words for the vowels.
So simple words that everyone knows.
Yes, for A, use apple. For E, use elephant or egg. For I, use ice cream. For you, use umbrella.
That is easy to remember.
So, if the receptionist says a name you do not know, do not be afraid to ask them to spell it. But here is the trick. If they spell it too fast, you use the echo technique with your anchor words.
Can we role play that?
Sure. Imagine I am the receptionist. I tell you my name is Miss Ivers.
Could you spell that for me, please? Could you spell that for me, please?
Sure. Ivers.
Okay, that was fast. I might have heard Avers. So I should say, was that I as an ice cream or A as an apple?
Exactly. You give them the options. I as an ice cream? This clears up the confusion instantly.
It sounds so much better than just saying, what?
It is professional. It shows you are trying to get it right. Let's practice a phrase for verifying spelling. Could you read that back to me just to be sure? Could you read that back to me just to be sure?
Wait, that is for when I give them information, right?
Yes, that is a bonus tip. Sometimes you have to give your email address, and you know how hard that can be. You say your email, and you worry they wrote it down wrong.
Oh, I always worry about that. If they get my email wrong, I never get the confirmation.
So after you spell your email, you use that phrase. Could you read that back to me? It forces them to say it, and you can catch any mistakes.
That is brilliant. It puts the work on them.
Now, we are going to put all of this together. We are going to do a full simulation. This is the final exam.
Oh, I am nervous.
Don't be. We are in a safe space. Here's the scenario. You are calling a medical clinic. You need to book an appointment. I am going to be the receptionist. I am going to be busy, fast, and a little bit distracted.
Okay, I am the caller. What is my goal?
Your goal is to book an appointment and get the time and doctor's name correct. I will speak fast. I want you, the listener, to speak out loud in the pauses. Use the tech blame, the echo, or the alphabet rescue.
Okay, listeners, are you ready? I will help you. I will whisper what strategy to use.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Medical center, please hold. Okay, sorry about that. Thanks for holding. This is Sarah. How can I help you today?
Okay, she is speaking fast. Greet her and say you want to make an appointment. Listener?
Listener? Listener? Okay, we are quite booked up. I have a slot with Dr. Milsom on Tuesday at 2:40. Does that work?
Whoa, fast. Use the echo technique. Ask if she said 240 or 214. Listener?
Listener? Listener? Oh, sorry, 240, 20 to 3.
Good, you got it. Now ask for the doctor's name again. Use the phrase, could you spell that? Listener?
Listener? Listener? Sure, Milsom, Milsom.
That was fast. Check the vowels. Ask, is that I as in ice cream? Listener?
Listener? Listener? Yes, I as an ice cream, Milsom.
Great, now confirm everything. Say, okay, Tuesday at 2:40 with Dr. Milsom. Listener?
Listener? Listener? Perfect, we will see you then. Bye.
We did it. We survived the call.
How did that feel? Notice that even though I was rushing, you slowed me down. You made me clarify the time. You made me clarify the spelling. You were in control.
It feels completely different when you have a plan. Usually I am just praying they understand me, but here I was managing the conversation.
That is the transformation we want for you. Phone anxiety comes from feeling helpless. The control script gives you tools to help yourself.
I think the tech blame is my favorite. It is such a good social hack.
It really is. It saves face for everyone. Now, we have a small challenge for you. We don't want you to just listen to this and forget it. We want you to prove to yourself that you can do it.
What is the challenge?
Tomorrow, I want you to make one phone call, but it has to be a low-risk call. Do not call for a job interview. Do not call the tax office.
Call somewhere where it doesn't matter if you make a mistake.
Exactly. Call a local library, a gym, or a museum. Call them and ask one simple question, like, what time do you close on Sunday?
That is a great idea. Even if you know the answer, just call to practice the listening.
And when they answer, if they speak fast, use the tech blame. Say, sorry, the line is a bit bad. Could you say that again? Just to see how they react.
You will see them slow down immediately. It is like magic.
Try it. Just one short call. It will build your confidence so much for when you have to make a real important call.
And let us know how it went. We love hearing your success stories.
Remember, speaking is not about being perfect. It is about connecting. And sometimes, connecting means asking the other person to slow down so you can meet them halfway.
You have got this. Just take a deep breath, blame the technology, and take control.
Thank you for practicing with us today. It was a pleasure to help you build your confidence.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye for now.